Called it. Called it.
Yeah, that's a big cod baby right there.
Hello and welcome to Fishing Out Northwest. Duane Tommy, Donlin.
What do you think, Tommy?
It's the best. There you go. I was not going to look at
Living Northwest wild. Hunting, fishing is my kind of style. I float the Wainuchi when it gets hot. I'm proud of all the things that I've got.
Hello and welcome to Fish Out Northwest. Duane Tommy, Donlin, coming to you from the Fish Out Northwest studio here in Olympia, Washington. I don't know where you are in the state currently, but a little chilly out there, my friend?
It's going to get nipply.
You said you got here, you had a little snow up north?
Yeah, a little snow up north, yeah. That's why I brought the truck down today.
I'll be curious to see what we end up with here over the next few days and through the weekend. So hopefully everybody is going to do okay, nobody's losing power, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, if you're joining us for the first time here tonight and or via Root Sports, if you're watching us Root Sports for the first time, I'm going to recommend that you take a few minutes, jump on over to our webpage, www.fishhuntnw.com. There you're going to find some interesting opportunities to take advantage of the Edge Rods coupon code, FHN20 at checkout. You're going to save 20% on all Edge Rods that are not previously tied to another reduced sale or reduced pricing. So check out what Edge Rods has going on, the very best fishing rods in the Northwest, FHN20 at checkout. And then, of course, Phelps Game Calls. Fish Hunt NW10 at checkout on all Phelps game calls. Also spend a little time at our webpage, and for you that have already been there, check it out. We'll update our graphic, but yeah, Tommy, the new webpage is up and rolling, looking pretty good too, by the way. Easier to navigate, and your phone app is going to perform much, much better. So speaking of Edge Rods, on the phone with Alex the other day, and you know, we need to remind you guys, if you haven't taken advantage of, make the drive down south, right?
Yeah.
Go to Woodland, check out the pro shop, spend a couple hours in there. You're going to see and put your hands on all the best rods in the Northwest.
Yeah, they got rods, they got tackle. I mean, rods for every fishery too. I think the thing that's absolutely amazing about Edge is it covers all of your fisheries, right? All your, you know, the salmon, steelhead, whether it's on the river, lakes, whatever the case may be, and they cover all my fisheries.
All the saltwater,
inshore,
Puget
offshore,
Sound,
tuna,
all of it.
You name it.
And they do. They have a very, very in-depth inventory of salmon, trout, steelhead, kokanee. Make sure you check them out. Drive on down there. It's worth your time. Check out what they got going on at the pro shop down in Woodland. Tell them we sent you. All right, running down the show. Tommy, we got a lot to get through. Hey, believe it or not, it's time to start talking Sportsmen shows. The Seattle Boat Show, we'll walk you through it. Yep, they're already here just around the corner. Also, we recently had a couple days out on the North Coast with good buddy Robert Kratzer, owner at Angler's Guide Service. We'll bring you that video premiere with part 1. Then, of course, part 2 with Bobby Kratzer and some epic fish fights from our annual fish and film in our partnership with WSGA. Bring into the studio, well, via Zoom, hopefully, guest Bonner Daniels, longtime friend. Bonner's Fish on Adventures. If you haven't met this guy, you're in for a treat. Well, he'll join us in talking steelhead in North Puget Sound. Yes, Tommy, I said Puget Sound and steelhead in the same sentence. Also, part 2 with Bonner, breaking it down, opportunity for drift boats, pontoons, and even some bank angling up in the North Puget Sound region. Then finally, part 3 with Bobby Kratzer as we close out day 2 of our OP excursion. Then we'll close out the show with some notable quotables, things that we need to make sure you know about, and a potential opening on another coveted steelhead opportunity. Lots to get through. Don't go anywhere. Jump out for a quick break, and we'll be back right here at Fish Hunt Northwest. Defiance Marine is the one-stop shop for the Pacific Northwest angler. Defiance Marine guarantees the best price on a new and best service on a repower for your current boat. Defiance Marine is a Honda Premier dealership and one of the largest on the West Coast. Defiance Marine is a boat dealer who proudly sells Defiance, Allied, and Arima boats. All boats are built by West Coast fishermen for West Coast fishermen. Defiance Marine has all your boating needs to help you get out on the water.
If you're looking for the best fishing rods in the world, you really do need to take a look at the Edge rods. I designed and built new machinery, and I think this new machinery has enabled us to build blanks like no other company can build without this equipment. There is no other rods in the world that are as good as these rods. You owe it to yourself to take a good look at them.
For more than 90 years, you've entrusted one brand to guide you toward living the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. Now you can entrust affiliated Better Homes and Gardens real estate professional to interpret your needs and help you find the home in which to live your dream. Through every stage of your home buying or selling process, and through every stage of your life, there's Better Homes and Gardens real estate. Expect better.
All right, welcome back here in studio, Duane Tommy Donlin. And hey, Tommy, believe it or not, the Sportsmen shows will be here before we know it. And to include also the Seattle Boat Show.
That's right. The Portland Boat Show is going on right now.
Yes. Yeah, you know, it's that time of year, January, February. It's pretty busy around here. So the Fish Hunt Northwest, we will be back at the 36th Annual Washington Sportsman Show at the Washington State Fairgrounds, formerly known as the Puyallup Fairgrounds. A lot of people still call it that. January 31st through February 4th. January 31st through February 4th. Always goes Wednesday to Sunday. Booth 569. Same place we've been the last few years. My seminar this year, all about the bait, Tommy. Going to be curing up a bunch of bait, bringing that back. We're curing eggs, shrimp, herring, anchovies, answering all the questions. That's the important part here. That's the takeaway. If you struggle with certain bait cures and or curing techniques, bring it. You know, ask the questions. We're going to provide the answers, going to get you all squared away so that you are dialed on your bait curing. My seminar attendees, guess what? You're going to receive a coupon. 15% off anything in our booth at the Sportsman Show that day. You come to the seminar, which will be Thursday, February 1st, 3 p.m. Be doing a seminar, curing bait. You're going to receive 15% off everything in our booth if you attend my seminar and get that coupon.
Am I giving away discounts too? I think we're going to raffle your boat off at my seminars, right?
Oh, that's a great idea.
That's how that's going to work.
That's how that works.
So I've got, you know, and this is the part that breaks my heart every year, is the Seattle Boat Show and the Puyallup Sportsman Show. That they always conflict, right? Always right on top of each other.
Yes, they do.
I've got two seminars, Friday the 2nd, halibut and lingcod, as well as how to find tuna, two of my favorite topics. And then they're doing something a little bit different this year at the Seattle Boat Show. We've got something called the Tunnel Club. And so what the Tunnel Club is that on each day they take a different group of experts, they get them together, and then they bring everybody in, and you can have any kind of free-form discussion you want to have. So I'll be doing that.
Gotcha.
You know, the 3rd, Saturday the 3rd from 4 to 6 p.m. That is a fishing day for the Tunnel Club. So come to the bar and lounge, hang out, have a great discussion, and then back at it Thursday, February 8th, going to talk about how to catch coastal kings. We had a lot of great success out there this year again.
For sure.
Love chasing chrome. And then Friday the 9th, we're going to talk about tuna tackle.
Oh, nice.
Right, get out into the details. So going to be a good show.
Yep, I'll be up there for one day. I'm going to hang out in the Ray Marine booth with Surtick, our buddy Surtick, and kind of hang out there and talk to folks and just, you know, look at all the new stuff that Ray Marine's got going on.
It's going to be
have a great time. It's going to be a good time. So also, we'll be at the Pacific Northwest Sportsman Show. We got a little time for that, but that starts February 14th. No better way to kick off Valentine's Day with your loved one or your spouse or significant other. Bring them down outside of Portland there at the Expo Hall. Spend the day at the Sportsman Show. February 14th, excuse me, through the 18th. We'll be down there with a booth as well. Have another seminar going there, but you know, let's get through Washington and the boat show first.
Right.
And we'll get all that dialed in. Come attend the seminars. Tommy and I love putting on those seminars, feeding that information, answering questions, helping you guys out. And we just love to interact and engage with everybody and have you stop by the booth and you know, pick up some of our swag. We love seeing everybody walking around with our swag on, and it's becoming quite the army of folks.
It is. And don't forget, not only is it show season, but it's also clam digging season, right?
That is
so we
right.
got a number of digs coming up, starting on the 9th, going through the 15th. Got a number of different beaches: Long Beach, Twin Harbors, Mocrox, Copalis. Don't forget, it's not every beach every day.
Yeah.
Check your regulations. At the beginning of that date range, that low tide starts around 5 p.m. At the end of that date range, around 9:20. Okay, so look at that low tide and get your headlamps ready. Some of it will be in the dark.
This is true, and yeah, we're already 2 days into it. I mean, that opened up the 9th, right?
That's
what
right.
Are we, 11th today? Yeah,
That's
so
right.
2 days into it. You got a few more days. Get your clam dig on. And by the way, speaking of crustaceans, remember Puget Sound Winter Crab Card record cards are due February 1.
Yep.
That sneaks up on you before you know it, so make sure you get that. Hope to see everybody out there at the Sportsman shows. Come see Tom and I at our seminars, and we're going to have a lot of fun with this. We'll remind you over the next several weeks, and looking forward to it. All right, jumping out for a quick break. When we come back, you're going to enjoy parts 1 and 2 with Bobby Kratzer out on the OP, steelhead fishing. Wait till you see this. After this break, right here, Fishing Northwest. Allied, the new leader in heavy gauge aluminum boats. Allied boats have standard reverse chine and lifting rakes to help you plane faster and run at lower RPMs. Allied boats have several models to choose from, ranging from a 19-foot Mustang all the way up to a 32-foot Liberator. So regardless of what type of heavy gauge aluminum boats you are looking for, Allied Boats will have it for you. Contact Allied Boats today to learn more about these incredible fishing machines.
Sportco, an outdoor emporium, is the largest local outfitter in the Northwest since 1975, providing thousands of people affordable outdoor gear. This summer, make your next outdoor adventure more affordable by shopping at our warehouse-style pricing. We are a local Scotty dealer, offering sales, service, and repair. Located in Fife and Seattle, come visit us today. The outdoors await you.
Like this, we catch them more in pockets, and we don't catch a ton of fish.
Morning, guys. Duane Tommy, Fish Hunt Northwest, and out here on the water once again. Thankfully, it's the first of the year. Time to get out and chase some steelhead. Out here with a longtime friend, Robert Kratzer, Angler's Guide Service. Thanks for the invite.
Yep, you're welcome.
By the way, and pretty sure you recognize this man. Mike Ainsworth. How did I get you out here again? Just an invite? Yeah.
Lucky.
Lucky to be in your presence once again. Yeah, appreciate that. So, Bobby, this river looks pretty dialed, conditions-wise.
Pretty beautiful.
Man, I'm telling
Dropping, not too low, not too high, kind of medium flow, great visibility.
And we are on a river that we can fish out of the boat. With this year's rules as they are, we can fish this whole stretch out of the boat, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Now, with the river level as it is, and the type of structure that's in this river, what's going to be our best bet for today? A lot of suspended presentations under floats, or any bobber dogging, or is that a little too low?
I think, for me personally, it's a little bit low for bobber dogging.
Okay.
The water is slightly clear enough that a suspended presentation is going to be your best offering.
Yeah.
Whether it be a bead, jig, worm and jig, something like that. Bobber dogging, you're just so on with your floats that a lot of times in here, you'll push fish a little bit when the water's got more clarity like this is. So I'd rather fish suspended here where we can get our stuff slightly ahead of our boat.
Gotcha.
And to the fish a little bit before we get there.
That makes sense, yep.
And so, and with this with so many boulders, there's so many varying currents that with bobber dogging, you spend more time adjusting your float heights, adjusting weights, and all that stuff. Whereas with suspended, there's no adjusting anything other than your depth. You're just fishing.
Go with the flow.
So,
and with as much visibility as we got, them fish are going to see it from a great distance away and come get it. So.
Yep, and this is early.
Yeah.
And so these are going to be wild, and typically your early wild fish are pretty aggressive.
Nice.
So you don't have to. You just got to get something close to them.
Yep. Well, got a little rain in the forecast, but how many miles are we doing today?
11.
11 miles. We better get to it. Here we go.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, let's get them landed first. I looked at that log, Bobby, and I was like, you know, when it gets to the end of that log, that looks pretty darn tasty. There you go. I like it. I got my float set at about 3 feet, 3.5. Not deep at all.
Mike's right here below you. Get it? Yeah, stick your finger in there and press up on it.
Keep your head down. There you go, buddy. That came in rather quickly. Huh?
Jump back in the boat.
Yeah,
of course.
That happens. Works every time. Gosh, you know, it's crazy too. Sometimes where we find these fish, I mean, I think I had just brought my float up to maybe 3 feet, you know?
Right.
And just along that log there.
Yep.
Whatever's there that he feels comfortable with, so. Yeah, nice fish. So. All right, we'll just let this dude go do his thing. Oh, they take off quick. All right, there we go. Number uno. There we go. Nice. What's that?
Okay.
You got soft water all over there.
Yep.
Nice. There we go.
Pretty calm.
You gonna be able to bring him back up? There you go.
I can net him here and then
Yeah.
carry him around.
Perfect. Nice. Gonna be a little brighter fish than our first one. Oh yeah. Substantially brighter. Nice job, buddy. That's a beaut. Oh.
You got that? You got the net?
Yeah, yeah. And that first one.
Brighter, but not much.
You can find your jig.
Beautiful fish.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Heck yeah.
Take those all day long.
A little bit of rose in the cheeks there. Love that.
Get a little bit of that beautiful spawning colors going.
Is that a pretty fish?
What a great little pocket too, Bobby.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Good job
That's a
holding
good
us
one.
there.
Yep.
Yep.
I think somebody knew what was going on. He was
I-
waiting for that.
It's almost like he knew there was a fish there, huh? Heck yeah. Nicely done, buddy.
Support from Northwest Sportsmen make Federal Ammunition the world's leading ammunition manufacturer. Federal uses the industry's finest materials, giving you reliable ammunition that delivers superb accuracy and optimum performance. Northwest hunters rely on Sportco to provide the best selection and prices in the Northwest since 1985. Sportco and Outdoor Emporium in Fife and Seattle. Your journey begins here.
Yep, for sure.
Oh yeah, big fish. Yeah, buddy. Nice fish. Oh, beauty. Gorgeous fish.
Bobby's on the board.
We got a good one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, geez, come on.
Nice fish. Nice fish.
You haven't been here, but you know it. You've heard the sounds, smelt the air, and you've seen where your heart lands, if not yet. You haven't been here, but you've longed for a destination near or far, where time spent with loved ones and friends will go into the night and last in memories for a lifetime. You haven't been here, but you're on your way to a place not far. ExploreTheDalles.com.
New days, new beginnings, new friends, new loves, new dreams, new goals, new scenery, new job. No matter what the next chapter holds, Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate will be there to help you find the new that's right for your lifestyle at any stage of your life. Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. Expect better.
Nope. 3 casts into that pocket, dude. 3 casts into that pocket. It just looked too good.
Just lucky today, huh?
It looked too good.
That's been bent too many times.
Woohoo!
I know.
Yeah, buddy. Yep. Well, look at it. And you know what? We came right over it with the boat, too.
I know.
And I'm like, gosh darn it. 3 casts into that little slot, and there it was. How about that, Bobby?
Oh, that's a nice one, too.
Yeah, it is a nice fish. Yeah. I got him.
He goes down that rapid, start running. We'll pick you up on the bottom
side.
Yeah,
you will. Thanks, Mike. Oh, look at that fish. Come on. Keep its head turned up here. Ooh. Ooh, come on. I'll rub my leader on the rocks. There you go. Woo! Look at that, dude. Huh?
Boy, that's pretty, isn't it?
Boy, that's a beautiful hand. Look at that thing, man.
Not just green, the water's beautiful.
No doubt.
But the fact that
That's the gray ghost, man.
Yep.
Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. All right. Whew. How about that one, huh?
Awesome. He's wanting to go.
Yep. Huh? There you go. All right. There you go, baby. Oh, yeah. Woo! That is awesome. Right here on the shoreline, man. Bank fishing's where it's at. That one rock that we hit, if it's at 5 boards.
Yeah.
Fish! 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 Fish, fish, fish!
Straight
right
sideways.
down this slot.
Straight sideways.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was unexpected. I was going through that. That's pretty fast water.
Yep.
And when that float disappeared, I actually thought it hit one of those rocks. Come down, Mikey. Oh, a little more colored up fish body. Funny, little darker fish should be out in that fast water like that. Must have been tucked behind a rock or something.
Yep.
Because that's a pretty good current out there. There you go, Mike. Nice job, buddy. There we go. There he is.
Yep.
Nice. That a boy, Mike. Nice bright fish, huh? Bob's like, one more fish. Heck yeah. Outstanding. Yeah, it is.
Watch it, that tab doesn't want to.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Right on my oar.
He's wrapped up.
Trying to pull over here.
He is all wrapped up like a coho. He was for sure. There you go. Nice.
Nice.
Outstanding. Nicely done, boys.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, it's funny, like you would say they got a little color in them, but they really don't. That's just the way they are.
Sure.
Right?
Yep.
Their fins are completely translucent, completely like, they could have sea lice on them.
Yeah.
They still have that hint of gray, hint of pink on there that you would say, oh, that's kind of a darker fish. He's been in here for it. No, he hasn't.
That's their
just
color.
the way they come
Yes.
in this river.
Fish.
Oh my gosh.
Fish. Oh, it's a nice fish. Oh boy. Oh boy. These things. Oh boy.
They didn't want to go.
15-pound fluorocarbon on, so we'll. It's a fresh fish, that's for sure. It's not quite done yet. Here you go, buddy. Oh. Woo. Come on, buddy. What's that, Mikey? Yes! On the Okie, boys.
An Okie for an Okie.
There you go.
Pretty, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Just gotta persistent, man. Just keep working it. Get this boy out of here. Oh. That was awesome. That was so great. And how about right at the bottom of that tail out, man?
Oh, right.
You
right
know,
where they should be.
a lot of people will pull out
Oh, yeah.
and stop fishing that, but
Yeah.
you let them drift on right to the, you back them up.
Yep.
They're either gonna go around or,
Right.
whew, oh man, that was phenomenal.
That was awesome.
That was phenomenal. Oh, that was great. Allied, the new leader in heavy gauge aluminum boats. Allied boats have standard reverse chine and lifting rakes to help you plane faster and run at lower RPMs. Allied boats have several models to choose from, ranging from a 19-foot Mustang all the way up to a 32-foot Liberator. So regardless of what type of heavy gauge aluminum boats you are looking for, Allied Boats will have it for you. Contact Allied Boats today to learn more about these incredible fishing machines.
Hey guys, I'm Big Mike. Come on down to the Edge Pro Shop and see me. We've got all the best brands under one roof. We've got Hawken, Procure, Short Bass, Pro Troll, Yakima Bait, Get 'em Dry Jigs, Northwest Bait Scent, Daiwa Reels, North Fork Lures, North Wild, Brad's, Superfly, Rocky Mountain Tackle, and of course, the greatest rods ever built, Edge Rods.
All right, welcome back here in studio finally, Tommy.
Yeah, that's some good footage.
How'd you like that?
Yeah.
Boy, such a good time too. Mike and I were just having a great day.
Just killing it.
Well, you know, hook 6 steelhead in one day is one thing, but land all 6, that's just like, man, we're just having a great day. Just, you know, you don't get those all the time. So pretty rewarding to say the least. All right, we better get to this, my friend. Welcoming to the show, Mr. Bonner Daniels, Bonner's Fish On Adventures, longtime buddy. So glad you could take some time out of your busy schedule, my friend, and join us tonight.
Thank you for having me, boys.
Absolutely. So, you know, Bonner, when you talk steelhead in Western Washington specifically, you know, North Puget Sound is not generally part of the conversation. It quietly produces a handful of fish each year, you know, on the Snohomish system, and we're basically talking that region that's still producing fish, hatchery fish, wild fish. You know, the Snohomish system, as we know, it's basically made up with the Skykomish and the Snoqualmie come together to make the Snohomish River system. And if we think back, that's basically how Three Rivers Marine got their namesake, I guess we could say. Yeah. So, how many years have you been fishing that particular region here in the Puget Sound waters?
Ooh, TV math, Duane. Tweet TV math. So 30 years, Duane. 30 years.
30 years.
Yeah. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's
getting old.
That is.
It is.
So Bonner, talk about this opportunity for winter steelhead a little bit. Is this just a catch and release game? You got a hatchery take? Do they allow additional time for catch and release? What are the regulations for this basin?
Well, so basically what you're talking about right now, you're fishing for hatchery steelhead. And just like anything, their winter runs, they're going to the hatcheries. So your main spots are Reeder on the Skykomish and then Topeka Creek on the Snoqualmie. You can still keep 2 hatchery steelhead. You can fish from a boat. You can use bait. You can use barbs, all that good stuff. But that starts in December 1st and ends in January. After that, it becomes emergency regulations. So make sure and check that out. But basically, December and January, it's game on and out of a boat.
Yeah, nice to see some of the old regulations still hold true, at least for a portion of the fishery. So, all right, I got a power boat, and let's talk a little bit about some main areas I can focus on. Maybe I don't have a lot of time up there. I've never been up there. I want to bring my sled up there. Different launches or locations I should key in on to put in and take out?
Definitely. So we're going jet sled specific here. So jet sled style. Let's go with the Skykomish, Lewis Street Bridge, right at Monroe, easy money, best boat launch there is on that river. Go up the road like 6-7 miles up Highway 2. You hit the mouth of the Sultan River, and that's called the Sultan launch. You can launch there. That's a little more hardcore. That's a classic Washington boat launch, right? That's at a river mouth. That's kind of gnarly. And then go up the river another, 10 miles, and you hit the Big Eddy boat launch, which is right underneath Highway 2. And that's pretty much a drift boat launch, unless you're, me and kind of crazy sometimes. But otherwise, that's a drift boat launch.
Yeah, you take your boat up there for sure.
Yeah, and then Snoqualmie, you got basically the Raging Riverboat launch. It's kind of the best one. And then some guys sometime launch out of Carnation. Then the main one, again, is down there at High Bridge on the lower Snoqualmie, which takes you down into the Snohomish and the mouth of the sky. And those are kind of the main jet sled areas. And anything above that's pretty much a drift boat show.
Gotcha.
Okay. So you're on the bigger water. You're running your sled. What's your go-to techniques? I mean, I've gone steelhead fishing a whopping 2 times in my entire life. And unfortunately, I was subjected to side drifting, and it has got to be my least favorite method of fishing.
You're a human rod holder.
Definitely gear donation activity. You got side drifting, you got bobber dogging, and then you also have. Are you even backing out plugs? Like, what techniques are you using?
So let's just say tomorrow, because I'm going to go out fishing tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow, I expect it to be cold in the morning. So guys are going to be cold. Why freeze them out? I'm probably going to pull plugs in the morning. And then me personally, I always like to have one either wrapped with bait on it personally. And then I'll have the 2 other plugs. I'll have 2 naked ones and then 2 with bait on them. And then once they get bored of that, or if we're catching them, I'll keep doing it. And then I'll go to bobber dogging. I always have the floating jig rods on just in case. But pretty much bobber dogging and pulling plugs are your go-to deals. And to be straight honest with you, there's just not as many fish, like Duane was saying, up in the Puget Sound rivers. Plugging is pretty darn effective. Sure. It really, really is, because you're in the water the whole time. You're in those boulder gardens. There's not very many of them. If I can't catch one, I'm going plugging. How's that sound?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, it makes sense too. And of course, every once in a while, you get those clients that can't exactly cast really well. You know, they miss a lot of the spots. They don't quite get it in the drift. They're missing the seams. Plugging's a good way to go. Like you said, you're in the water, you're controlling the boat, you're controlling the rod location and the presentation, and your hookup ratio goes up exponentially compared to when you got people that can't cast. So probably a good alternative. All right, buddy, hang in there. Don't go anywhere. We're going to jump out for a quick break. We come back. We got a little bit more to discuss on some of the upper stretches of these rivers, and maybe some drift boat or pontoon boat activity, and we're going to put you on the spot. So don't go anywhere. Jumping out for a quick break. We'll be back with Bonner Daniels right here, Fish on Northwest.
I make my living catching fish, not only as a tournament angler, but as a guide as well. Catching fish is important, and Gamakatsu hooks for me, you know, they kind of help take the luck out of fishing a little bit just because they're a high quality hook. Obviously have a really good reputation for being very strong and very sharp. Gamakatsu, I use their products every day in the boat, and, you know, big part of my success.
All Defiance boats are built without any structural wood materials. That is why all boats are backed with a lifetime warranty. All Defiance boats come standard with large fish boxes that are fully insulated so that you can ice your fish properly all day. All Defiance boats are foam flotation filled and unsinkable for the ultimate in safety while fishing offshore. Before you buy any boat, stop by or call Defiance Boats today to ensure you are getting the very best glass boat your money can buy.
If you're looking for the best fishing rods in the world, you really do need to take a look at the Edge rods. I designed and built new machinery, and I think this new machinery has enabled us to build blanks like no other company can build without this equipment. There is no other rods in the world that are as good as these rods. You owe it to yourself to take a good look at them.
New days, new beginnings, new friends, new loves, new dreams, new goals, new scenery, new job. No matter what the next chapter holds, Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate will be there to help you find the new that's right for your lifestyle at any stage of your life. Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. Expect better.
All right, welcome back here in studio. Duane Tommy Dolan and guest Bonner Daniels, Bonner's Fish On Adventures. All right, Bonner, first segment, we kind of laid it out there for the bigger water conditions, power boats, launch locations, and, you know, we're talking about techniques and how to go about it. Let's break it down a little bit for folks in some of those, you know, more well-known public access areas for the folks that fish it. But, you know, we got some restrictions here, so people are out afoot trying to find places to go. If I want to come up to that region, I'm either a drift boat, pontoon, or even some bank access. Is there some pretty good access for a newbie to kind of check out?
Yes, and to be straight honest with you, the bank anglers right now have better access than the boat guys do, because you're not allowed to actually fish the hatchery zones, like in front of readers, in front of Tokel, from a floating device. It's illegal. And so this late in the run, that's where the fish are really at. And so the Tokal Creek itself, right there, Plum's Landing is the name of the boat launch. That hole, they call it the Cable Hole, the Big Eddy Hole, and then the mouth of Tokal and Tokal itself. Those are all open until February 15th. Now below or above what I said is not. That closes January 31st. So you actually get a little bit, 2 weeks extra of the season. And that is where the fish are going. And on the Skykomish, you have the Wallace River itself. And then there's the Wallace Hatchery. You can just MapQuest that. You can walk right through the hatchery and that takes you right to the river, which is awesome. And then also Reeders is off of Reeder Road off of Highway 2, which is pretty easy to find. And just wind out that road and it takes you to Reeders. And Reeders is probably, I'm going to say, the sexiest water up there. It's gorgeous. There's boulders and nooks and crannies. And you can even fish above the hatcheries if you think outside the box, boys. It's getting late in the run.
There you go.
So any of those hatchery zones is where I would go. And it's easy access. Just Google the names of the hatcheries and they take your roads right there. Easy money.
Nice.
So with all that good access for the bank anglers, is it still worth it to take a drift boat or a pontoon up there in some of that skinny water and do some of those drifts? Is there a little bit better access for those folks that have drift boats or pontoons?
So if you're asking me, of course, because I just don't like fishing on the bank shoulder to shoulder. So I just don't like it. But some people don't mind it. And so the fishing's good. I'm going to go on a drift boat for sure if I want to do that. Because again, now I can pull plugs right to that imaginary line that the fish don't know about that I can't fish above. You're only a mile away from the hatchery, you know, when you're fishing out your drift boat. And then if you know anything, you should probably fish pretty slow up there. You probably shouldn't go zooming by because the fish are coming to where you're at anyways. And pretty much those upper sections are drift boat sections. I'd be pulling plugs, I'd be dropping anchor, and I'd be throwing jigs. I'd use my little Jinglin Jigs, or I'd use my little balls underneath my jigs to to catch those fish. And, Yep. Well, you use your little Jinglin Jigs and put about a 12-inch leader on there with a size 14 BNR bead underneath it. Pretty deadly, and then he's got to figure out what colors they're biting on better, but that's probably the shoreline ticket. And then throwing spinners and spoons, that's what I like to do. And then otherwise, if you straight up drift fish, you know how to drift fish, that's probably some of the best drift fishing water there is. And those guys, the old school guys, they might catch more than anybody doing that besides the floating jig guys.
Awesome. Yeah, so the floating jig guys, are we tipping it with any type of prawn or bait? The guys drift fishing, are we using bait, or is that an area up there that you are not allowed to use bait past a certain location?
How's this sound? I'm going to say Jordan ties a pretty good jig. I don't really like putting bait on it.
Yeah,
I just like to use the jig.
Hook. Yeah, I agree.
But then the bead behind it.
Yeah.
So for me, if I'm fishing with a bunch of guys and nobody's catching anything, I'll put the bead behind it. And then, I don't know, I like to lower my jig down even lower when I do that. Now my jig almost becomes a weight per se.
Sure.
Now I'm almost drift fishing with my float rod, and then I was float fishing with just my jig.
Gotcha.
And that's just kind of a way to use two setups with one, not to retie and re-switch all that stuff.
Yeah, good point.
So, you know,
just little things.
Based on the information you're putting out there, Bonner, you know, folks can try to go out there, they can try to figure it out by themselves. But if it's me, you know, if I'm looking at a brand new fishery, new techniques, new methods, you know, don't know how to fish the area, I'm going with you. So what
appreciate that.
Absolutely. What is a day with you on the water? What does that look like?
So for me, I'll probably meet you at the Bridge River boat launch. It's a minute from my house. And if you make me drive further, I will. Otherwise, I'll just meet you right there. And, you know, I'll just meet you at the boat launch, have you guys jump on board, go over some techniques, make sure the heater's on, make sure the cooler's full. And we'll go out fishing for anywhere from, you know, 7 to 9 hours. This time of year, guys always quit early on me. I never quit. I got to keep throwing touchdowns. For me, so like this time of year, so the drift boat guys, sorry, but I'm going to run up. I'm a low hole. Yeah, I just am. I'm going to go low hole those drift boat boys. So and then I'm going to start working my bait way back down. And then around 11 o'clock, 11:30, I'm going to look at you guys and I'm going to go high hole the drift boat boys. And I'll slowly drive by my drift boat buddies. I'll slowly drive by them all and wave and go right back up and hit the top again. So that's awesome. Kind of, you know, my little bob and weave with the motor, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. All right, we got to get out of here. So real quick, how do folks get a hold of you, contact you, and book a trip?
Probably the easiest way would be my cell phone, which is 425-281-8772, or you can just email me at bonnerfishon@gmail.com, and I'm on at Facebook at Bonner's Fish On Adventures.
Gotcha, buddy. All right, always a pleasure. Good to catch up, and be good to come up there and fish with you, or this summer over there on the east side. We'll do something, guarantee it.
Okay, and I'll see you on the Grand Round here in a couple weeks, Duane.
You got it, buddy. All right, take care. Bonner Daniels.
Yep, thanks again, boys.
Yep, you bet. Bonner Daniels, Bonner's Fish On Adventures. Spend some time with him. You're going to have a great time and day on the water. All right, jumping out for a quick break. We come back, part 3 of our OP excursion out there with Bobby Kratzer, Mike Ainsworth, and the Viking behind the camera. Our OP Steelhead outing after this break right here, Fish on Northwest.
A Northwest favorite for almost 40 years, Arima boats are manufactured with pride in Bremerton, Washington. All Arima boats are built without any structural wood materials. That is why Arima boats are backed with a lifetime warranty. Arima can offer every boat with Honda outboard packages so that you can take advantage of the reliability and 5-year top-to-prop warranty from your Honda outboard. Call or stop by Arima Boats today and let them help you get into your very next boat.
Yep, for sure.
Oh yeah, big fish. Yeah, buddy. Nice fish. Beauty. Gorgeous fish.
Bobby's on the board.
We got a good one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, oh, geez, come on.
Nice fish. Nice fish.
Support from Northwest Sportsmen make Federal Ammunition the world's leading ammunition manufacturer. Federal uses the industry's finest materials, giving you reliable ammunition that delivers superb accuracy and optimum performance. Northwest hunters rely on Sportco to provide the best selection and prices in the Northwest since 1985. Sportco and Outdoor Emporium in Fife and Seattle. Your journey begins here.
Hey guys, Duane Tommy, Fish on Northwest, and once again here with Robert Kratzer, Anglers Guide Service, and Mike Ainsworth, First Light Guide Service, and of course the Viking behind the camera, messing around fishing charters, and so I'm pretty much the only one that's not a guide or an outfitter here. So I'm surrounded by royalty apparently. Yes, indeed. But day 2, Bobby.
Yeah.
Yesterday was pretty epic.
It was great.
I guess we'll see if we can match it or at least come close.
Yeah. I think we got good opportunities. River dropped a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
A little slow to fish down a little bit, which is good.
Okay.
And so, we got great clarity, and I see no reason that we shouldn't have multiple opportunities today.
Yeah, I agree. Just if we can hit our marks and pick the pockets, we'll hopefully find fish that maybe others are going right past. So.
Yep.
All right, well, we got a pretty long float ahead. The daylight's already burning, so I guess we better get on down the river.
Yep.
Get after it.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay. I will not complain if the day stays just like this. Okay.
Oh, get out of that stuff.
I almost was gonna pull it out there. I'm like, the top of that looks a little too sexy. I gotta let it go 5 more feet. Okay.
Are you catching fish from the back of the boat? Like after Mike fished
I haven't
through there?
caught it yet. I've hooked a fish thus far.
Must be a superior angler.
Been fishing a jig this morning and I just switched out to that worm again, Bobby.
Yep. I noticed that.
Uh-huh. Looks like a pretty fresh fish.
Yeah. I know. It used to be deeper along here.
It'll definitely run a few times.
This used to be deeper right along here. Okay, we're gonna bump right here, Duane.
Okay. Yep. Oh,
that's a better fish.
That's a nice fish. That's a solid fish, Bobby.
There you go. You just gonna use the hoop on this one? Woo! There you go, buddy.
Good start.
You seem to start like this every day.
Good start of the
Is this
work.
normal when you fish steelhead or what?
No.
No?
Well.
Seems to be, at least with me the last couple times.
Well, it is. I mean, what is it though? It's reading water. It's actually Mike and I keeping our stuff in the slots, in where the fish should be, and
that's a dandy.
That is a nice one. Yeah.
Look at that pretty fish.
They got leech on it.
Woo!
Huh?
Look at that pretty fish.
Oh, that's a gorgeous one.
Man.
For sure. Oh, that's a good start. Yeah. Okay.
Pretty as she is.
Like I said, I just about reeled in.
Yeah.
As it got to that tree, I was like, 5 or 10 more feet. We talked about too those long hook sets though with that float.
Yep.
And a jig head pointing up, right, Mike? That hook. Yeah. Yeah. Sure does. All right. Here we go.
Pretty fish.
Oh boy, huh?
That's a dandy.
Heck yeah. Love it. Here you go, mama. Woo!
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
It's the white head.
That was it. That was it.
It's the white head.
Yep.
Yep, the old worm does it again. Awesome. I like it. Pretty simple rig.
I'm gonna grab this boat and
sliding float. And look at that bobber stop.
Real quick.
The presentation is no more than 4 feet.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna roll.
Inline sinker.
Yeah, I want to get back over there.
3/8 jig head.
The whole thing
White.
again.
The black and a chartreuse paddle tail.
There's a fish.
That is a fish. That is not a stick. I actually saw that float go down. That was a thing of beauty. Oh, hot fish. Love it. Huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, now that's a good one. That's right. Yeah.
Like the third cast.
Couple casts.
Third cast with this new one, which is this is the one you were using yesterday.
Ah, I gotcha. Yeah, right on. Nice fish, buddy. No, I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna stand here and play. Nice hand.
There we go.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, knuckles. I was gonna let you get out of the boat. Here, properly. Nicely done. Nets. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Look at them cheeks. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, she's got a thin belly.
It's not spawned, is it?
I don't know.
I don't think it's spawned. Roll it over. Roll it over.
Looks a little flat.
It's spawned.
Yeah.
That's a spawned wild fish on January 3rd.
When you get that belly that goes in the middle,
That's
right?
a spawned out
spawned
wild hen.
Yep.
On January 3rd.
How about that? Oh, well, sure.
Fought great.
And she's hungry.
They bite. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Just amazing, though, on January 3rd.
It's always fun.
Yeah.
22 river miles in 2 days.
Yep.
Glad you're rowing. But we really appreciate this. I mean, we've been doing this for a few years now. I mean, it's our partnership with us here at Fish on Northwest, helping promote Washington State Guide Association, all the work you guys are doing, and the benefits of even persons in the public, the benefits they are rewarded, and what the efforts and the work you guys are doing, how it actually helps everyone.
Right.
So,
and I don't think that a lot of people really do understand that a person in the public can join the Washington State Guides Association.
Right.
You don't have to be a guide.
Right.
If you want to just be involved and have a voice, we're your voice. We're going to legislators, we're senators, we're going to the department. We are a voice.
Yep.
We're at all kinds of meetings. We're at North of Falcon. I mean, we have a team of people working daily, doing stuff every day.
Yeah.
And your voice can be heard through us if you don't have an avenue or a know-how to get your voice heard. We will be your voice for you.
Well, that's a key point, and we like to try to remind folks that as a recreational angler, the Washington State Guides Association is fighting for you.
Right.
It's fighting for your opportunity to be on the water and for your opportunity to have fish in the water and opportunity for success. So, you know, credit to you guys and all the work you're doing. And this is part of our, again, our partnership with you. And that's why we get to come out here and enjoy a day or two on the water with you every year. And we look forward to it, Bobby.
It's always fun.
Yep. Can't thank you enough, man. Outstanding couple days.
Always a good time.
Yeah.
And I'll probably bring him next time as well because, you know, he does okay out here.
Good. Good. Maybe next year we'll do it before Christmas. Because
So
usually
decorate.
you don't decorate trees after Christmas.
Right. Yeah.
So
It's a new trend, I'm sorry.
Oh, there you go. You're already decorating for 2024?
Man ahead of his time.
I like it. You're
Man
way
ahead of his
ahead.
time. Fantastic. That's going to wrap it up for us out here on the Olympic Peninsula. A couple days with Bobby Kratzer, Angler's Guide Service. Look him up, check him out, book a trip. We're going to jump out for a quick break. We'll be back in studio right after this. Defiance Marine is the one-stop shop for the Pacific Northwest angler. Defiance Marine guarantees the best price on a new and best service on a repower for your current boat. Defiance Marine is a Honda Premier dealership and one of the largest on the West Coast. Defiance Marine is a boat dealer who proudly sells Defiance, Allied, and Arima boats. All boats are built by West Coast fishermen for West Coast fishermen. Defiance Marine has all your boating needs to help you get out on the water.
If you're looking for the best fishing rods in the world, you really do need to take a look at the Edge rods. I designed and built new machinery, and I think this new machinery has enabled us to build blanks like no other company can build without this equipment. There is no other rods in the world that are as good as these rods. You owe it to yourself to take a good look at them.
For more than 90 years, you've entrusted one brand to guide you toward living the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. Now you can entrust affiliated Better Homes and Gardens real estate professionals to interpret your needs and help you find the home in which to live your dreams through every stage of your home buying or selling process. And through every stage of your life, there's Better Homes and Gardens real estate. Expect better.
All right, welcome back here in studio. Part three, not too shabby.
No, that's awesome. You guys did well. You know, good hookups, and you got to fish new technology equipment, right? I mean, you had the Robolize, the Oki Drifter, the new 3D printed Oki.
Yes.
And man, 3D printing is just taking the world by storm. We're seeing it in a lot of different applications.
It really opens up a whole new world for us. And I mean, I had to weight that one. Now, Joe has made me some heavier Okis that I cannot wait to get out and fish, and we're gonna test those in the field. But simply by putting that bait weight on top of that Oki and getting it down, and that fish grabbed that thing clear down deep in that tail out. And Bobby and I talked about that a little bit. You know, don't give up on it too early. Like, let that thing travel and get down in there. And again, those fish are either going to attack it or go around. But usually, because these things in the month of January here, them wild fish out on that OP are so aggressive in their bite. It's going to hammer. You know, and just finding fish in pockets. Like Mike and I had to be on point. You go by so much good water. You just got to pick a good-looking lane, a boulder, a riffle, a slot, something. Send it, mend your line, keep on top of it, excuse me, and just be aggressively fishing. Constantly looking for that next bucket, that next pocket. Whatever. So we had a great time. It was fantastic, and I can't thank Bobby enough. So, all right, man, just that quick. We're done and out of here once again. All right, looking forward to seeing everybody at the Sportsman shows. We'll continue to remind you, have a great week, have a great weekend. We'll see you back here next week at Fish on Northwest.